Hi, this is Andrew Cook.
And this is Michelle Panek.
Welcome to the Affordable Therapy Showcase.
Our next speaker is Zoe Lewis. Zoe is a fully licensed trauma-trained therapist with a background in wilderness therapy. Her own transformative experiences in the wilderness are the basis for her interest in outdoor therapy. She has worked with survivors of sexual trauma, combat veterans, inmates, and women experiencing perinatal mood disorders, including postpartum depression. Her approach is primarily somatic and mindfulness-based, incorporating CBT and DBT as needed. She is certified in tension and trauma-releasing exercises, and she also treats anxiety and depression. She works with individuals, couples, and groups. Please welcome Zoe.
Thank you. So again, my name is Zoe Lewis. Kind of terrified of public speaking, so I'm going to try to not talk a million miles an hour. So I'm the owner of Soul Talk Therapy, and that's spelled S-O-L-E, not the other kind of soul. And what I do is I do walking therapy with clients around the Boulder area and around Nederland and general mountain region. And the reason I do what I do is because I believe that two of the most important things we can do for our mental health and well-being are movement and be outside, spend as much time outside as possible. And we all know this. Like I'm not saying anything you don't already know. We know exercise is good for us. We know being outside is good for us, but it's really hard for I would say almost all adults to do these things because maybe we have kids, we're taking care of aging parents, we have full-time jobs. Can you hear me? Am I loud enough? And so it's really hard to just basically take care of ourselves in this way. And then we make the decision, I'm going to go see a therapist. So then we go sit down with a therapist, and then we're sitting down inside an office for another hour. And I believe that mental health and physical health shouldn't be mutually exclusive. I believe we can do both at the same time and actually get more benefit. So we know that sitting down, most Americans spend most of our lives sitting down, the vast majority of our lives. So physically, this wreaks havoc, does all sorts of things, including shortens our hip flexors, tightens our hamstrings and our calves, hurts our back and our neck, so we're all crippled. Most importantly, I think it wreaks havoc on our cardiovascular system and has this really profound deadening effect on our spirit. So if you spend all day sitting down at work, and then at the end of the day, I don't know if you're like me, but I just feel super cranky at the end of the day, sitting down inside, and you just have no energy, and you're just like, you just feel like crap. So benefits of exercise and what I do, the point of what I do is not like a workout. You're not going to get a workout. You set the pace. It's a relaxed pace, and I follow your lead. But exercise is a side benefit of what I do. So benefits of exercise can include, there's no guarantee. I don't know what will happen for you specifically if you choose this, but benefits can include reduced anxiety, reduced depression, reduced symptoms of PTSD. Speak louder than you are. It's the note being written for me right now. I hope you can all hear me at home. Reduce symptoms of trauma. I just totally lost my train of thought. Benefits of being outside and exercise. Your nervous system can unwind, and so you may become less reactive. So if you like drop a gallon of milk on the floor, you're less likely to be like, oh, darn! Like, oh, okay, all right, I can clean this up. So your brain plasticity can also increase, which makes it easier to learn things, which is helpful when you're in therapy and you're gaining all these new insights. You're more able to learn them. So you actually use a different part of your brain when you're walking and talking than if you're just sitting down and talking. Yeah, there's a million benefits, and I'm too nervous and I can't read right now because I'm too nervous, but there's a million benefits of walking and talking. Improved energy, improved sleep, improved self-esteem, greater overall sense of well-being, just more overall feeling of relaxed openness and being alive. My expertise is mainly in trauma, anxiety, PTSD, depression, postpartum depression, but I worked with a wide range of issues. I work with adults. I do work with couples as well, but I work with couples mostly sitting down. If people are not interested in doing walk and talk, I'm not like religious about doing that. We must do that. I also meet with people in their homes. If people have mobility issues or just sometimes people just don't want to walk and talk. Some people prefer to do that, but some people feel more comfortable surrounded by four walls where they just can feel more safe. And sometimes I prefer to do that as well if somebody's working through intense trauma. I prefer to meet in the person's home, at least for several of those sessions. So I come to people's homes. So if you feel we're a good fit, let me know. I don't actually have any marketing materials in the back. My business cards are in the mail, which isn't very helpful for tonight. But I do exist, just not on that table. So thank you. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you do when it's snowing or raining? What do you do about clients who maybe want to be outdoors, but the weather just maybe isn't permitting?
So question is, what do I do if somebody maybe wants to be outdoors, but the weather's not permitting, it's snowing or raining? I go to people's homes. We do therapy in that person's home. If there's a private place, and that's part of, I do a little phone screen beforehand and make sure if we're going to be meeting in your home, do you have a private place? It's not great if there's like a million people running around and listen, who can hear what we're talking about. So I do a little phone screen, and sometimes people, yeah, I guess that answers the question. Sometimes depending on where we meet, there can be situations in which there's like a covered outdoor place we can meet so you don't get rained on. But it kind of depends on the weather and the day and the person. So thank you.